Hello, it's Jack, and welcome back to another episode of Car Mechanic Simulator 2021. Just got to work. Another busy day. Let's see what we can find today. Oh, story order has come in. Nice one. A RIBBSAN STARLINE. Hi, it's me, Johnny. Hi, Johnny. Johnny Johnson. Johnny Johnson. Remember? Yeah, I guess. I kind of visited you soon after you opened up the repair shop. I see the business is good. I hope I can take partial credit for it. Of course you can, my friend. I can't remember what I repaired for you, but I'm sure it's in a video somewhere. I was very satisfied with how quickly you work and thought you could use some for advertising. Okay, going back to business. I have a terrible case here for you today. I snapped it up cheap from some kid who wasn't really aware what he was driving and how much it was worth. But his lack of interest in the car is pretty obvious. Please take care of the bodywork and interior. This car definitely needs it. While you're at it, check the clutch and suspension elements. I have doubts about them. Oh, do what you want to do, but don't go overboard. It's supposed to work and look acceptable, but I don't want to go broke. I still want some money from it. Hope we're clear on this. Or on that. See you. Of course we're clear. Johnny Johnson. We'll take that order, mate. We'll take that order. And you know what? Do you know what I can do now? I can give it a... Bloody hell, Johnny. Think you might be taking the piss here, mate. It's a little messed up, to say the least. But we're going to give it a bit of a cafe latte wash. A bit of milk foam there for you. I still don't know why they did it that way, but anyway, not to worry. Yes, we're going to give it interior. Well, you did say take care of the interior. I'm assuming he wants new parts in there. But let's have a quick look. No, I said let's have a quick look. What's the minimum fix on this, my friend? 72. 2 pages of parts. Okay, 2 pages of parts. Repair or replace body parts. So that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Change oil, of course, and drain everything else on the car. That's of course because that's what we always do. Because we've got nothing else better to do with our time. Okay, then we'll crack on. 72% I think it was, wasn't it? 72? Yeah, 72%. Parts not discovered. And it probably doesn't even start, does it? But I don't need to get it started. But it would be nice if it did start, because then I could run a lot of tests on it. Can we run anything on it? Of course the engine cannot be started. Okay. What can we run on it? Okay, let's get down to business. We can run that, check the electrics, make sure everything's running as it should. Will it have an OBD? OBBD scanner? Remember, just because those parts are lower than 72%, if they do not go onto the list, you do not replace them. I know I mention it a lot, but newcomers to this video, the battery's knackered. There you go, that's the first thing. And I have a battery charger, so I don't even need to buy one. That's going to save me about whatever it is, 175 credits or whatever it is. Battery charger works just the way as anything else in this game. You just shove it on, and I think you can then just, after a few seconds, you can just take it off. Was it a few seconds? Obviously not a few seconds. Never mind. What it used to be. So what did we find now? Apart from the battery. Nothing else. OBD? ODB? Oh, what are you doing? Come on, come on. No, we don't want to be in part mode. Thank you. OBD. Ha ha ha, we can do it. It's so much easier when you've got one of these tools. Ignition coils, knackered. Spark plug. Spark plug. Ignition coil, spark plug. Yeah, okay. Well, it's all 4 spark plugs and 1, 2, 3 ignition coils. No, 3 spark plugs. How many freaking spark plugs has this got? I mean, come on. Is it a 6? Okay, either way, that throttle looks a bit knackered too. Well, let's just start. I mean, we can replace the bits we can see that need replacing. So as we get to, you know, go down and work our way down to the spark plugs, I'm sure we'll find out what's actually broken and what's not. This intake manifold, I'm sure, is definitely kaput. Oops, that's a tricky one. is story mode or story order 7, isn't it? I must remember that. Okay, so this also cause cover looks completely knackered. I didn't even check underneath the car. Oh, come on. Yeah, it's not in the best condition, is it, Johnny? Oh, that looks absolutely knackered, doesn't it? The camshaft I'm talking about. The thing is, I'm going to put this back together and then I'm going to figure out the pistons are all knackered. Or maybe. Okay. Well, let me... Oh, come on. Bit tedious, but needs to be done. Yeah, we're finding quite a few bits and pieces here. Sure has done all the spark plugs and everything first, I think, and done that first, and then got it started, and then figure out if there's anything wrong in the bottom end. But hey ho, we are here now. That's... oh yeah, of course I need to take all this off. Well, let's start as we mean to go on. Let's just do a bit of draining, shall we? Because I don't want to get caught out by having pools of liquid all over the workshop floor. I'm saying that because I want to take the radiator off. It's in the way. Okay, let's get this off. Are you not coming out? Oh, because we're in some other mode, but removal, obviously. Oh yeah, I mean, this is going to be some broken bits and pieces on this. I can see that already. Well, let me crack on and take all this front end off. You can see most of it's broken, and then we'll get back, and then we'll figure out what actually needs fixing and what not. Okay, I've cleaned up everything, got everything off. I've taken out both camshafts because there is a method in my madness. I'll show you what we've actually found that needs to be repaired on this so far. I need to drain the oil. That's what I'm putting up there. But let's just have a quick look and see what's on here. See, we've got first page is full. Parts not discovered. Now, it could be running gear. I'm sure there's some dodgy stuff on the running gear. However, just for the sake of good order, and it's also a little fun to do as well, I guess. Let's just move it onto here. We're going to drain the oil because I want to take off the cylinder head, which is why I took the other camshaft out. That's one thing, but you can also get a pretty good indication from underneath the car, and because it's so easy just to, you know, drop the oil and take the oil sump off, oil pan as they call it in this. And yeah, this is going to be a bit of a bitch, but then we'll be able to see if any of the pistons look dodgy, and then we don't actually need to get it started. It actually looks like it's had a pretty recent rebuild on this. Oh yeah, very nice. I mean, there's not really much point in taking the cylinder head off now, but because I've got that far down, just to confirm, because you can also see the piston quality, the condition of the filters from the top as well, obviously. Probably don't need to take all this off, but I'm just going to rip it off real quick, and then I'm going to check a couple of other bits and pieces, and then rebuild this engine with all the bits on, and then we should be good. And like I said, we're down this far, it doesn't take long to take this out. I mean, come on. A few seconds and then we're off. Oh, there's a dodgy one. Okay. Much quicker, isn't it, with the new tools? There we go. They look brand new. Very nice indeed. What about the crankcase? No, that wouldn't be knackered, would it? I know that needs to be replaced, or your oil filter, obviously. Then I think we can probably get back to doing a quick rebuild. There's not too... Just hang on a sec. It didn't add that, did it? No, I thought maybe it had added the cylinder head to the list, and then I would have screwed it all down, and then had to unscrew it all, unbolt it all down. Then it would have been back to the grind again. Okay, so I'll just time lapse this little bit of rebuilding it all, just to save a bit of time, and then we'll get back onto commentary. Okay, back in the room, as they say. A couple of things I want to just point out here. I just want to put this exhaust manifold back on. So I rebuilt the engine. I think I put a time lapse in. I don't know if I actually will put it in or not, but if I did put the time lapse in, I hope you enjoyed it. If not, then here we are. I've rebuilt the engine. That's an easy way to get around it, isn't it? Okay, so when it comes to the spark plugs, I think I've done this, showed this before, but it's important. And I won't highlight both ignition coil and spark plug at the same time, as in parts that need to be replaced, because it gets a bit confusing when the colours overlap each other. I've learned that. So, spark plugs, right? There's 4, and there's 6 in this engine, I believe. Make sure you put in the ones in blue, replace those with 100%. Do not put the old OK spark plugs in. Okay, they've got to be 100%, otherwise it doesn't register as fixed, even though it shouldn't make any difference if you put a 72 in a 100 slot, as in a 72% or whatever. You see? And then when you've done that, just double check to make sure they've all been registered as fixed. All done, right? So then it doesn't make any difference then what you put into the remaining ones. Don't put the 100% in because it's not paying for them. So there's a 68% here, and there's another 68% here, or 70%, whatever it is, 70%. Okay, and that should give you all the plugs done. Uncheck them, easiest way to do it. Trust me, I've thought. Sometimes I don't bother, especially, you know, when you've got a lot more money in the game. I just replace all the plugs. I mean, yeah, I can't be bothered going through this whole rigmarole every time. Same thing here. Make sure that one is 100%. Okay. And then make sure this one and the other two you can put the old ones back on. Yes, can catch you out and you can be scratching anything. Can I just replace them? Why is it not registering? I don't know why I've got... Oh god, I replaced 3, didn't I? So you can get the old one back on, Johnny Johnson. No, 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 no! We're not going to give you that one. That's coming off. You can have one of those shit ones back on. Okay, so that's that done. Car should be pretty much close to starting very soon. Once I put this on, this also needed to be replaced. And then we put some. I'm going to need to put a new oil filter on and put the oil pan back on, I believe, because remember we took the oil pan off to check the condition of the pistons and the crank and everything underneath. And then this this big old bad boy. Still some parts left undiscovered. I'm not quite sure what they are. I'm assuming it's going to be brakes and stuff. Throttle was also a replaced part, which will also help it start now, I guess. But then we can run the compression test, which I don't think we need to do, to be fair. I mean, I think it's pretty straightforward. I just want to unmark those coils, they're annoying me. Battery, yeah, and we put the battery, if you remember, on charge some time ago. I think it should be ready by now. Yeah, I'm not actually sure how long it does take to charge. I'll have to do a test on that. A battery test on the test. Let's just shove this in. Okay, let's put the... Did I put the sump back on? I don't remember. I don't remember if I put the sump on or not. No, not down, Jack. Not down. I think you're gonna need a cup of coffee soon, mate. You're not performing. The boss will be on your back. He'll be throwing you out in the street, mate. Why did I not put it on? Oh, because I said just in case we needed it. Oh yeah, oh, it doesn't make any difference. It's going to be on now. So let's bring it down. I think that's the first page of everything done now. All that's done. Spark plugs done, and these parts here. Yeah, I know we've got a lot to do on the old body, but we'll come to that in due order. Change, drain. Okay, well let's just. Hey, I wonder if. Oh, no, it would have picked up on these, wouldn't it? Because we did the electrical test on it, didn't we? We did do this. I'm pretty sure we did. Yeah, we did. Okay, there's no need to continue with that. We know everything's good there. So I'm going to speed through getting all these fluids done and dusted and topped up and drained and everything else that needs to be done, because I would like to see this start and then maybe take it out on the track to see what other parts are dodgy on it. I think that would be good. If I can find my freaking tool to do it with. Goodness me. Clicking and clacking around like a good knows don't know what. Right, I'll crack on with this. Okay, all put back together. Let's see if we can at least run a compression test. Not that we need to, because I think we're good on the old engine. But I just want to make sure it's actually engine needs to be complete. What's missing? Is there something I have? Ah, that helps. I believe it needs a fuel rail. Clacking around, aren't I, eh? Ha. Good. Do not put piston rings on there, on the list. Do not put piston rings on the list. Thank goodness for that. Right, what we're going to do now, we could just walk around and do a manual inspection. Yeah, we can run it on the test path, we can go to the test track. Loads of options now for us to try and figure out what else is wrong, apart from obviously, you know, the body parts that need to be put on. I don't mind doing this, it takes a few seconds, but you know what, it's pretty quick. So let's do this side of suspension, looking good. Doesn't seem to be any major issues there. The suspension here, we'll just check real quick. Cross member, I don't think it's going to be that, to be fair. Exhaust, looks good. That's good. I don't think I could be able to see if it was the exhaust. It's pretty obvious when the exhaust is knackered. This all looks good too. Of course, this will not find all issues, It certainly isn't doing the brakes. The brakes would need to go onto the test track, sorry, test path, or the test track, whichever one comes first. Just for the sake of good order, really, making sure there's nothing dodgy going on. It's probably quicker to run it on the test path actually. But just doing a quick manual observation, just to show you if you don't, have the test path. Do I have the test? I don't even have the test path, do I? Ah, you see wheel hub bearing found in there. I didn't know it always found the wheel hub bearing on a manual inspection. Yeah, what am I talking about? The test path. I don't even have it built yet. Rear drive axle, wheel hub bearing is also gone. So that's populating the list now quite nicely. Just with the manual inspection. I don't think we've got everything. We've got everything. So rear drive axles and wheel hub bearings. So we can just get those straight away. So it'll be on the. Is it not on suspension? I think it might be. Let's just put in hub and get that wheel hub. So it's 2 of these. I'm going to get 4. It's always nice to have some spares. And then the rear axle. It's just a normal rear axle, isn't it? But just to be, I mean, they're not expensive, but just to be 100% sure, I'm sure it's just a rear axle. Rear drive axle. Okay. Which will be this one. 2 of those. Again, I mean, manual inspection. Yeah, what was I talking about? Yeah, take it to the test path, Jack. The one you haven't built yet. And these are really straightforward to do. I mean, you just literally release this nut here, and then that will give you the drive shaft coming out, which you've got to take out anyway if you want to get to the wheel hub bearing. So simple as that, and then put this one back in. And then this one here. Wheel back on. Got pretty good wheels, to be fair. I don't know how much you paid for this, my friend, but seems like a half decent car. Again, I mean, this is not really that much of a challenge. I'm looking forward to getting to some of the real challenges on the jobs. This was, a little bit, but not crazy. Again, just undo this nut here. That'll drop your drive axle out, and then just whack in the hub. Could be a bit tricky sometimes to get these. No. I want to replace. Hello. No, I'd like to put it in. I'd like to, but it's just here, my friend. Look, it's. What is going on? I took it out. I'd like to put in. Alright, give me a sec. I was not trying to remove it. I was trying to put it in, and it was already in. I'm sure the more observant of you realised what I was doing and shouting, Jack, just get it sorted out, mate. Anyway, this is on now. In. Dusted. Put this back on. And that should be all jobs done apart from body, I think, now. If I'm not mistaken. All that's done. All that's done. Other tasks are all done. Yeah, all that. So it's just repairing the body. Which could be fun. I have to see what it's actually got, what's repairable. Which probably not a lot. I'm not sure my skill set is quite up. Oh no, I've got the best skill set, haven't I? Repair. Yes, I have. Yes, I have indeed. Let's just do a complete tear down, and then we'll take stock of that, shall we? There's not actually that much that comes off. Maybe I could give it a good wash for you. Yes. I mean, do I weld it? I mean, he said, do what I need to do, but don't go overboard. Didn't he? It doesn't say, does it? It doesn't say. But it would look so much better, wouldn't it, if I did the welding? We're going to see if we get paid any more money. We're going to look at the end plates. Okay. Well, that was a close one. I'm assuming that all these needed to be repaired. I didn't quite check the list very well. So I hope I'm not spending money on shit that doesn't need to be repaired. Okay, well let's put back what we can and see how that looks. And see how many of those it ticks off the list. Brand new. Brand new, my friend. Did it have a bumper? No, and I think the bumper. Well, let's do what we can first. Let's just get on what we've actually fixed. Oh, obviously didn't have one of those either. But I did have one of those. Did I have a mirror? I think I had a mirror, didn't I? Yeah, I did. I think the trunk was also, yes, the trunk was definitely there. And then the rear bumper was there too. So, did we have the right hand side mirror? We did. Looking a lot nicer. So let's just take a quick look. What did we actually get off the old front bumper, front left window, front left fender. Doesn't need a left body. Front bumper. Let's just get the front bumper and front left fender. Okay. It's a RIBBSAN, isn't it? Let me just be 100% sure that it's a RIBBSAN. It is a RIBBSAN. Beautiful. Okay. Front bumper, front left door window, front left fender. Oops. Front left fender. I know I'm doing this in bits, but I want to make sure I've got everything. Alright, let me speed this up so I can get everything in. Okay, I think we've got everything ready now. I think we can put everything on the car. There's the hood. We've got the nice new headlights in there. Front bumper. Oops, where are you going? I need to get some some 2 new plates, which I didn't get. Yeah, there's quite a lot to be repaired on this. Look how much of my money it's eating into. A stack of cash. Looking nice though. I wonder if it did he want 2 new plates? Probably did. He probably did. Front. Oh no, he only wants the front license plate. Okay, fair enough. We're going to give you a good old Arizona. I think we're in Arizona. I think that's where the game is supposed to be, I don't know. Now it says I can finish the order, which is fine, but just out of curiosity, I know it's 500 credits, but it's 500 credits. I mean, I'm going to get paid a total of 22,000, which is amazing, right? 22,501. Let's just see if that goes up if I actually do. I know it doesn't say fix it, but he did say do what you can, just don't go overboard, didn't he? So, double check that. 22,501, okay? It's 1,000. thought it used to be 500. Let's just put this back before we have the moment of truth. 22,501. Oh, I've just wasted 1,000 on that. Let that be a lesson to you, boys and girls. Don't do the frickin' welding. I would have thought it would have given me a bit extra. Anyway, finish the order. The rear... Oh, did I... Okay, I must have taken it off and then he didn't want a new one putting on. That's what okay. Sorry, mate, I didn't mean to try and rip you off or anything. RIBBSAN. I'm sure that's a Nissan Skyline, but anyway. Oh, have you seen this? I thought this was quite funny. Just before we wrap up, look. You know Goodyear tyres, right? Look at these over here. Great Month. That's what they're called. That's the brand. They're called Great Month tyres as opposed to Goodyear. I think that's quite funny. Anyway, ranting and raving. Let's get rid of this. Get some money in the bank. Look at that. 25 grand. 25 grand. Could I get the test path now? It's only 10 grand. Only test path. Not yet, not yet. We're going to wait. Anyway, look. Thank you so much for you guys and girls sticking around and listening to me go through that. I hope that was story order 7. I hope it helped you. Wasn't a very difficult one. We found the missing parts pretty quickly. Most of it was pretty obvious because, you know, you could see it was damaged or broken. You saw the thought process. I've very few tools. Of course, I've got the OBD. When I say very few, I don't have the test path. I could have taken out on the old test track, but you saw what tools I was using, how I used them, and how I went about it doing manual inspections. So, yes, hope you enjoyed that, and thanks for listening, thanks for watching. Drop us a sub, drop us a comment, and see you soon. Jack's out.